Hi guys, this is the first week of the Oakdale renovation. As usual with all the renovation projects, we started by gutting the property. We lifted all the old flooring up, went upstairs and started removing the skirting boards and architraves. Once all the woodwork was removed, I started on the process of taking down the original walls. The walls are the same as most properties you have in South Wales. They are timber stud filled with lath and mortar. However, these walls were overboarded at some point with plasterboard, so I had to get the plasterboard off first before tackling the lath and mortar. And just to make things easier by getting the rubbish up and down the stairs, I took off the old handrail, which was covered with plasterboard, just so we can get rubbish down the stairs a bit quicker. Once all the plasterboard was removed, I started then knocking off the mortar and cutting out the laths out of the walls. This black mortar which is in the walls is really nasty stuff, so always wearing a mask when doing this. It's surprising how much comes out of these walls, so I always try and keep on top of the mess by shoveling up the rubble and bagging up the laths as I go. Once all the laths are removed, then I take the timber studs out. This wall isn't load bearing as it's running with the ceiling joist, so this one could come straight out. The following day I had my labourer back with me, so we carried on removing the mortar off the walls and then going on to getting all the laths off. I usually just bang the laths off with a sledgehammer or shovel, but I tried using my recip saw on these walls and they seem to come off a lot quicker and easier and created a lot less dust. As you can see here, we're filling up a ton bag with the rubbish here. It's a lot quicker to use a ton bag because the laths are only light, so we can carry one big bag down instead of multiple trips with small little rubber bags. This is how the house is looking after we removed all the lath and mortar off the walls, so you can see straight through all the stud work. To take down the rest of the stud walls, we had to set up a temporary support for the ceiling joists, so we lay some timbers across the floor and across the ceiling and used acro posts to hold up the ceiling joists. Once that was done, it was time to start taking down the stud work. This is a really easy job to do because the old studs are just nailed with one nail at the bottom and the top. They come out really quickly. And just like that, we've got a big empty blank canvas for us to put up our new stud walls in the layout that we want. Besides from the fact of having to create a new layout for this house, it's a lot easier to have new stud work throughout, so we can run our electrics and plumbing inside the stud work. The skip arrived the next day, so I cleared all the rubbish and got the skip filled pretty quickly. The next room to tackle then was the kitchen, which is one of the worst rooms in the house. As you can see, it was a leak above and all the ceiling was falling down, so there was a lot of mould in the house because of the damp coming through the roof. I was clearing out the kitchen, opening up the cupboard doors and emptying what was left inside, and I opened up one door thinking it was a cupboard, but it was actually the fridge, which was full of gone off food which had been left in there for years. It was absolutely disgusting, but I'm glad I had a mask on to try and mask the smell. And that's as far as we got with the job this week. Next we're going to continue in ripping out the rest of the house and hopefully starting on the first fix upstairs.